Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's Worimi, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Absolutely fabulous to have you here with me today. Read all your comments. I heart your comments. If I miss your comments, I do apologise. I try to reply where I can, but just so appreciative. Entertainment only, tarot reader from Australia. Huge love going to Europe at the moment in regards to the bus crash in Venice. A number of tourists involved in that. The nightclub fire in Spain, and even though it's a little bit out of Europe, oh my goodness, with Iran, did a reading on Iran not too long ago. Just put Iran in the search option and have a look if you want to go to that part of the world. But the moral police have bashed a 16-year-old a female into a coma because she didn't have her hijab on. So, oh goodness me, that part of the world. But what I'm going to have a look at, yeah, that part of the world, the masculine control and the devil energy. As I'm splitting this deck, the Gilded Tarot Royale. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Change is coming, change for the better is coming, but it's always going to be difficult as we go through change and anywhere in the world as we go through change. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at coming out of yesterday's reading on the Polish elections, I want to have a look at will Poland stay in the EU and will Poland stay in NATO? Let's have a look. I'm going to take tomorrow off, so I do apologise that I won't be here tomorrow. Something surprising coming forward, I'm going to take tomorrow off. Yeah, I'm going to take tomorrow off. I'm feeling a bit space cadet at the moment. Just going to have a down day while the house is relatively empty and just enjoy some quiet time in the garden. Okay, what am I? Got cards flying out everywhere at the moment. Well, I'm just going to put the energies in. Will Poland stay in the EU? If you can hear a bit of snorting and carrying on, that's one of my dogs having a scratch on themselves. Let's have a look. Will Poland stay in the European Union? We are stronger together than we are separate. Let's have a look. Come on down. Right. An offer being put forward as the signifier. Some discipline. Yeah, not entirely happy with the offer though. Let's see where this goes. All four cups are still upright though, which I'm pleased about. Okay, thank you. What I'm getting from this is very much looking at options, considering options, and what is it that being in the EU has to offer Poland. Challenged by those that are not listening. Okay, thank you. Challenged by those that think that are moneyed and feel that they can be protected and not listening to this, because if you have a look at this particular bird, it's got its jesses on, it's got its hood on, it's not supplying any wisdom or knowledge or the word of the people. So it's challenged by those that are in their gilded cage because they are moneyed, because by separating from the EU will only benefit them. Okay, foundation of the reading, a collective awakening, a realization, a holy what are you thinking of. In the past, we have the Queen of Wands, which is the inspirational feminine, not necessarily female, the inspirational feminine. Thank you. It's also my Zelensky Navalny type energy. Zelensky is both the king and queen because he's bringing forth both of those strong but also compassionate energies. So in the past, I'm going to say this is Zelensky. He isn't in the past, but this is what's reflecting on this reading. And crowning this reading is the strong Zelensky energy, the strong messaging coming forward. What I'm really getting is that those on the far right are playing on the influx of Ukrainian refugees to try and bring about a fear shoring up position. Okay, let's see where this goes. Page of Pentacles, an offer of more money coming forward or more assistance externally. Breaking down the tower. This isn't, I'm not getting that they'll leave, but I think this is about renegotiating their position within the EU. The tower is, unless you're doing something stupid legally, certain people in the world, this is about breaking down the ivory tower or the what has already been the establishment to be able to rebuild in something that is more suitable. It's literally flinging the crown off the top, this oligarchical energy, this control energy, breaking it down to rebuild from the bottom up for what is more suitable for the people. Yeah, internally it's about bringing forward messaging for the ordinary person. I'm getting a cuddle here. I'm getting a demand for a cuddle, as you can see that little nose poking out. Okay. Hopes and fears. Yeah, it is a crossroads moment for the EU, Poland staying in the EU. It's about a need to take the blindfold off and look the honest truth, with chilling clarity about the benefits of staying versus the benefits of leaving. It is a crossroads moment, and there is this need, absolute need, to take the blinkers off and look at, not allow fear to make the choice. This is taking all emotion out of it. This is a choice made with knowledge and intellect and wisdom and insight and truth. It's about not making a decision with emotion. So the blindfold needs to be taken off. Outcome. Well, financially out in the cold if they do leave. Ten of Pentacles. The treasure chest is full. I'm looking at this as the two options that are available. Poland leaves if Poland stays. However, it's also Ten of Pentacles with the money. It's also the end of a cycle, end of a having the coffers filled cycle. Okay. Ace of Wands, bringing forth a new message, a new understanding. I'm going to actually look at this slightly different and lighting the path forward with this Hermit. They're isolated with this obstacle in the path, and it's a fiery new message, plan. Okay, I'm going to look at this slightly differently. Not getting a clear picture there. I'm going to ask what will happen if they leave, what will happen if they stay. I'm getting it's been yeah, okay, thank you. It is very much, I'm just seeing that image of that Two of Swords. It really, really is a crossroads moment where it needs to be looked at. The options stay or go without emotion. At the moment, I think what's happening is they're playing on the emotion. Okay, what will happen? Just three cards, please, as you know it's never three. Three cards if Poland leaves the EU. Three cards if Poland leaves the EU. You want that one? Okay. Significant endings and beginnings, basically telling me, okay, if they leave the EU, what is the outcome? Financially having to juggle, having the ties, what ship to bring in. Yeah, it's not a good it's not a good outcome financially for Poland, but also trade-wise as well. Have a look at what happened to Britain. The abuse of power, the stealing from the... What I'm getting is those that are in power will be able to empower themselves further. They'll be able to gather up, but the ordinary person is going to find themselves in this despairing state. We've got strength, compassionate. Strength is going to be restricted. So if Poland leaves the EU, loss, disappointment, not 2 cups still standing, but 3 spilt. This is very much how the UK was after they left Brexit. It was what the hell have we done type energy, because this wasn't what we were promised emotionally. Full illumination is going to come about on the actual outcome of this. So this is if Poland leaves, they're going to find it a real juggling act in regards to finances and trade, a real struggle. Those that are in power will be able to continue to empower themselves while sabotaging the ordinary person. The strength of Poland is going to find itself really restricted. It's one of those, it's stronger as part of a team than by itself. Disappointment is the outcome, and a real light bulb aha moment. Okay, I'm going to have a look to see if what will happen if Poland stays. I think I don't see them leaving NATO, but I want to have a look. What will happen if Poland stays in the EU, chooses to stay? It is a crossroads moment, and I'm not saying that they will, I'm not saying that they won't, because it's not in play at the moment. But if you can influence, if Poland stays, come on down. Okay. Okay, thank you. You'll notice in this the swords are stayed. So this is it's an end of a truth cycle, but the swords are stayed from plunging in the back if they stay in the EU. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you guys. They've just told me that the swords will be, if they stay, the swords will be kept at bay. Poland is still going to feel as if it's in this vulnerable position, but it's keeping those swords at bay. Thank you. If it stays, financial assistance, opportunities being brought forward, getting that Poland will be quite integral in the rebuilding of Ukraine, which will be financially beneficial for Poland, but if they lose, then they'll just be bypassed. Oh, okay, right. So opportunities being brought forward, financial assistance being brought forward. Yeah, financially a solid foundation, creating a solid foundation, working together financially. The death card is here, but this is because of the positioning. I'm going to call it as in stepping from the darkness into the light, an authentic reform moment, and a new partnership beginning, where a truth is brought forward and it stands firm. The truth is brought forward and stands firm. On the base, we've got the Fool card, the opportunity for a new beginning, reaping what they sow and partnerships again. Truth being brought forward with the Page of Swords and an emotional maturity. Okay, so it is a crossroads moment. They're the two options. I can understand how Poland is feeling at the moment. I don't feel that it's going to leave NATO, but it's not a good outlook if they leave the EU. Okay, thank you for joining me. Love to you all. Take care.